Hello everyone, so the Felarx Shotgun, our evolving weapon that has been left on the shelf to collect the dust. The Fenmore and also the Latham, being in the spotlight all this time, but this weapon is definitely making a resurgence back into the player's hands. This weapon is an amazing weapon, two amazing forms in my opinion, and honestly two great builds ready for you guys. Now sadly I have uploaded this video and it was a completely trash video, I do apologize for that, but we are back better than ever and stronger than ever. I am your lovely host, the Gaming Weasel, and let's get right into this. So, our evolving shotgun, or Incarnon shotgun, if you don't know what that means, well, this weapon has 5 evolutions, each one of them giving you a random buff, not a random buff, but a certain buff, and also it has a second form, which in this case is basically dual wielding piercing pistols, so that is going to be quite amazing. So considering we have two forms, might as well make 2 builds for them. Our Warframe of choice will be Revenant Prime. Now Revenant Prime is a tanky boy and also can dish out a lot of damage with 1 of 3 abilities equipped instead of his 4th. Zata's Whisper, my personal choice, which is quite amazing. I'll get into that in just a second. Of course, forgot to say that the build is mainly focusing on power strength, a little bit of duration, and also arcane rage, increasing your primary rifle's damage by 180%. Now, Zata's Whisper, back to this ability. Now, this ability, basically the body part that you hit, there will be a bubble around it. Every single bullet that the enemy shoots is coming back towards it and damaging itself. Every time you shoot it, you get 1 extra damage instance, which is based on the total weapon damage that you have, and also the percentage of Zata's Whisper buff. Now mine is currently a 98% base without Molt Augmented and or Wellspring. So that is going to be, believe me, amazing amounts of damage if you do hit the head of the enemy. Now, the first evolution. What is this going to look like? Well, the first evolution is of course going to be the Incarnon mode itself. Then the second evolution will be projectile speed. Third evolution will be of course dual chamber, allowing you to, when you reload, you're going to be switching between 100% projectile speed and also 4 meters punch through, which will come in handy, believe me. Fourth evolution will be headshots, build 50% more Incarnon charge, and the last one, 50% chance to deal 2000 damage non-critical hits. This is a game changer on this build because of Zata's Whisper also being able to benefit from that 2000% damage increase. Now, the build itself is going to be based around only damage, increasing that damage as high as humanly possible, having of course Galvanized Hell and Savvy, Chilling Grasp, having Viral, basically Shotgun Barrage for the extra fire rate. I personally use this because I really do love fire rate on this weapon. Primary Merciless for that extra damage and also reload speed. Lock and load this here when this weapon is holstered, so I can actually reload some of the bullets back until I unlock my Incarnon form. And also, Vigilante Armaments, this can be changed out for something that you possibly want to, but I love it. I love it there. It personally is quite useful. Now, the Fenmore, the Epitaph build that I use, don't want to speak about the Fenmore, the Felarx is going to get jealous. The Epitaph build that I'm using is going to be pretty plain and simple, just applying as much status as humanly possible to get extra benefits from that Galvanized Savvy. Also, this build is going to be mainly room clearing and mainly using the Incarnon mode. Honestly, Acolytes and also Archons can die pretty easily with this build as well. It is not that hard, but I personally love using the Incarnon mode for this weapon because you're going to be clearing out the rooms like it's someone's birthday. It's going to be killing enemies everywhere, left, right, center. Because of the increased spawn rate of enemies inside a steel path, the more enemies you're going to have to shoot through, and that is going to be quite amazing. Now, the second build is mainly focusing on the actual shotgun mode of this weapon. Now, the first evolution, of course, does stay the same. The second one as well, because the faster the projectile, the faster it reaches its target. And then the third one changes, 50% magazine reload when holstered. So this is going to be great paired with a mod that we have. Of course, Evolution 4 was going to be 20% status chance and minus 10% critical chance. Now, honestly, with the first build, you can use this as well. I just prefer having the Incarnon mode much faster. And then the last one, 50% chance to 2000 damage, so on and so forth, pretty much stays the same. Now, the build actually doesn't. Because we are focusing on our primary fire and we only have 6 rounds in the magazine, I prefer having a faster reload and also having more rounds at least ready when I do pull this weapon out. Now, because we picked 50% magazine reload while it's holstered alongside lock and load, basically 70% of our magazine is going to be reloaded while we're using the epitaph to prime the enemies. Now, this build is pretty much the same. The only thing that's changed is chilling reload this year, just to increase that reload speed just a tiny bit. Maybe I forget to, search the epitaph and might as well use that. Now, if you're going to fight against Archons, a great thing here would be Prime Charge Shell instead of Vigilante Armaments, because the Archons are quite weak against radiation. So keep that in mind. This build is going to decimate, as you can see right on the screen there. Archon Nera is going to get quite well destroyed with this build. I personally love this second build as well, and amazing. Also, you could put ammo stock as well to have extra ammo just there. I personally used that in my first build video. I still do prefer it a little bit, but I have been, loving this, I guess, chilling reload and having to reload much faster and easier with this build. And honestly, paired with Zata's Whisper and applying bubbles all around the place with the epitaph and then just shooting with your Felarx, you're going to be killing enemies left, right and center. Steel Path is going to be easy game, and then Archon Hunts are going to be easy game for this weapon as well. So this has been the Gaming Weasel, Felarx 2.0 revisited because of my past mistakes, and of course I will see you guys on the next one. Do leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.